Alright guys, you see I got it all together. It is, for the most, well, I wouldn't say for the most part on. It's just sitting there. There's no hinges on the hood, so I can't pick it off right now. I need another person. I got 2 bolts in the, 1 bolt over there, and 1 bolt over here somewhere. I don't remember exactly where. That's holding the headlights and the grill in. The valance has all the bolts in it, and the stone guard is just sitting there. I might have 1 bolt in it, I don't remember. The fenders have the rocker nut in it, or the bolt. It has the one that comes in from the top of the door, and then 1 up there, and maybe 1 down here somewhere. The one that's on the inside of the kick panel, that one's not in there yet. And the same thing with this side. This fender needs a lot of adjustment. I did find out what's going on, that I'm going to have to re-drill these holes on both sides. And anybody putting the Mustang 2 front end in here, I didn't brace the aprons when I cut the shock towers out, and when I put the new metal in, I welded it in there, assuming that it didn't move, and it did move. And the reason I know that it moves is this brace that went from one side to the other, where the shock tower was right here on each side. This brace is now too short, which it went in there before, so that tells me it opened up. That thing hasn't been bent. It's still the same way it was when I took it out. So Joe over Rudder 5, if you haven't welded up your panels yet, make sure you get a measurement on those aprons, on those bolt holes. Try to put a brace in there before you weld it up. But other than that, everything's going to fit. The alignment isn't too bad where it sits. This one's probably need to push the fender in a little bit. There's no, like I said, there's no hinges on here, so I can't mess with it. Also, somebody did back in front of this thing after it was put together years ago. So the front end had to be repainted, new bumper, bumper brackets. It never touched the hood. But if you can see in here, you see a crack in this paint, and this piece is supposed to be flat, but it's bent inwards. And what it's causing is all this overlap right here, which it shouldn't be there. So I believe this stuff is cast, so I probably can't bend it back out. It'll probably break. So I might need a new headlight bucket there. But it looks cool with the front end on. My 2-inch drop spindles aren't here yet. I'm no longer concerned about the opening and the wheel opening. I think it's okay. Got a lot of clearance on those wheels. They're sitting inside the fenders pretty good. If anything, I'll roll the fenders for when the 2-inch drop gets here. One thing I am worried about is the cross member. The cross member is going to be 3 inches off the ground, maybe 3 1/4 once the drop spindles get put in there. So that makes me a little nervous. But other than that, this is as far as it goes. My hinges, I got my hinges sandblasted, and then I primed them and painted them. My latch is there. for my hood. I took the springs out. I think I'm gonna get lighter springs. I don't know. What you think the lighter springs would hold up the metal hood? I'm not sure. I don't know. I might put a prop rod on it and keep the springs out altogether. Might get a different hood. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But for now, I'm just gonna assemble it, put it together, and drive it, and do the body work little by little. So anyhow, it looks okay. A little bit of tweaking and I'll get it. And I should be driving it this spring. That's a big plus. I did start it up the other day. Still sounds good. Anyhow, guys, be safe.